All right, guys, time for another unboxing and brief review. I've already taken this watch out of the box that it was shipped in. I've already changed the band. It came in yesterday, but just to kind of give you an overview of what you get when you buy one of the quote-unquote Seagull 1963 38 millimeter sapphire crystal watches off of eBay. I bought this one for $179, shipped from Hong Kong through Speed Pack, which took almost 3 weeks, which was a little bit under the quoted arrival time, so can't complain. Just to show you what you get, a blue box, it says mechanical on it. A lot of these are coming in very similar boxes. Even the one that comes from the True Seagull Tangent Factory has a very similar box to this. So just to show you, and the reason being that it'll be tan. It'll might say 1963 on it, but it has the same pull tab. Anyway, it just makes me wonder. I don't know who's making these things. So when I say it's 1963, I'm not saying this is the True Seagull brand. Although it does have the Seagull chronograph movement. I don't know where it came from, but I kind of am suspect that these are all pumped out by the same factory. I changed the band. It comes on this NATO, which is okay. I mean, it will get you by if you like it. I think it's usable on another watch, so I'm not going to chuck it. Glad it's there. Then I didn't know on the auction that it came with this other band. So I was kind of pleasantly surprised that there was another band that came with this. Comes with like 2 little cards. This is like an instruction manual. Don't really know, if you really need that. It's just on how to set the watch. They try to make it look official. There's some sort of serial number. Anyway, I wasn't expecting that. And something that says 1963. And some kind of warranty card. It was a little more official looking than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to show up in a paper bag at $179. I mean, I see these things going for over $300, so I really didn't know what I was going to get. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to take a risk on it and see. It was protected. The buyer had good ratings. I mean, they were in the hundreds of positive ratings just on selling this watch. So felt confident in buying it. Pull this little tab, boom. It came wrapped in like bubble wrap. And this is the band that I did put on it. Just imagine it on the NATO. This thing came yesterday, but I was not going to walk around with it on that cheap NATO or that other band. Weirdly wrapped up. You know, you figure this is pretty decent packaging. They could have used something better, but the only drawback was there was a tremendous amount of like this blue tape or blue paint on the ends of these. I don't know if it had gotten heat baked on there, but it was a pain to get off. So that said, I've only been wearing this for about a day. It looked like it was supposed to in the auction. All the chronograph functions are working. I've been letting it run. I've been letting this chronograph run about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to stop it, reset it, boom. I've run it several times. It's keeping really good time for just a day, but I know that's probably got to break in. I'm not expecting greatness out of this thing for $179. This is a see-through back, 38 millimeter. It says it's sapphire, but I've not been able to test it until I get my sapphire tester in. But all in all, looks decent. The one drawback right away is the winding is so grindy. It almost feels like the crown is kind of rubbing on the case. It's rough when you wind it, when you hand wind it. It feels odd. That's probably the one thing that you notice right away, but I said, I'm gonna go for it and just keep winding it till it stops. It didn't seem to be bothered by it. And it's dead on time. I'm not tracking it yet. So this is what you get when you get an eBay quote-unquote 1963 chronograph. That's what you get in the box. Strap. there's a lot of options out there. I think this looks better on a leather strap. The one that came with it feels like plastic. I mean, it would get you by if you didn't want to purchase one and just want to play around with this. Maybe put some oil on it and age it. I bought a much better quality strap for it. So I'm gonna put it on the wrist. Again, 38 millimeter. I don't know that I would go to the 42. That thing is huge. I mean, this guy's wearing big just at 38. I mean, I'm at 6, just a little bit over 6¼ inch wrist. So just to give you an idea. I can't remember the name of the company that makes this strap. I bought on Amazon. It's EACHE, I believe. It was like 17 bucks. I've got a ton of their straps. They're well made, come with good spring bars that I swapped out. The spring bars that came with the watch I wasn't confident in either, so I dumped them. So when I do some close-up on the dial, looks good. I don't see, like, I really was looking for some imperfections on this, and I still have some time to spend with it. But I've zoomed in on the hands, I've zoomed in on the logo. I don't see smudges or poor printing, which is what I was thinking I was going to get, because I thought, well, maybe the Seagull is a much better looking version. But the gold indices on this are really nice looking. I mean, I was more impressed with the dial and the finish of the watch than I thought it was going to be. Again, the only thing I have a drawback on is the hand winding is rough, kind of grindy. I mean, it's winding, it's working, so maybe that's just the way that kind of subpar movement is. But it turned out to be better than I thought for $179. No way I pay $300 for ones on other websites. So it's what you get. Just wanted to give you an overview. When you buy a quote-unquote Seagull 1963 from eBay.